Alright, so I just want to break this down because I see this all over the place and I see both sides of it, but I'm going to kind of break this down to Chiefs fans who really don't understand. Why are people still upset with Rashee Rice? Right? Why are people still upset with Rashee Rice? That's the thing I keep seeing all over Twitter from Chiefs fans, and the reason why is pretty simple. First off, he did a very disgusting act. He raced his buddy on the highway, had a 6-car pileup, fled the scene of the crime, and at first showed no remorse. Now, post that, he did put out an apology. And yes, at the end of the day, it looks like all is good in that department. He went through the court system. He was charged with 5 years of probation. We started on that one. And he got a 6-game suspension with the NFL. Why are people still mad? He served his time. He did what he's supposed to do. Well, number one, a lot of people, self-included here, believes he should be kicked out of the NFL. So, that's number one, okay? We don't believe he should be even in the NFL anymore after what he did. And we believe he should be set a principle of him that you do stuff like that, you risk people's lives almost, and again, thank the Lord, he didn't kill anybody. Thank the Lord he didn't. But he could have. And his reckless attitude and his reckless ability to do that, he should be kicked out of football. And a lot of people believe that, and that's why a lot of people are not okay with how this, how this whole thing played out. Number two, legal system. Yes, he went through the courts. Yes, he went through the justice system. And I'm not saying myself here, right? There's a lot of people upset, and they don't believe that the legal system does a good job of prosecuting people for certain charges. They believe some people get charged over crazy amounts, and some people get pretty much not the correct charge for the crime they commit. And when you're an NFL player, there is a stigma that you're going to get charged a lot less. You're going to get away with a lot more because you're an NFL player. And there's that, kind of favoritism that NFL players get. So that's kind of the mentality, right? And then you had the Chiefs players wearing free number 4, right? A couple weeks ago, you had Travis Kelce and a bunch of them wearing that, which shows and signifies to the general public of the NFL fans that, hey, look, the Chiefs don't think what he did was wrong. The Chiefs aren't, aren't like accepting that he did something awful. And they think that, he's quote unquote free this guy when this guy should be serving his punishment and should be disgusted with his actions. But it doesn't seem like that based on what we see. And that's why he's still getting hate. That's why he's still getting, all the crap thrown at him. And he will continue for that. The stigma will continue to be attacking him probably for the rest of until somebody else does something else. That's pretty much how it works. Once someone else does something else, that will kind of fade away in existence. But it is what it is, right? That's what Chiefs fans, for some reason, they don't understand this. That's why he's getting attacked. Because there's a lot of people who do not believe he should be in the NFL anymore. He should be kicked out for what he did. So when you're like, well, he served his suspension. He went through the legal system. We understand that. And that's why they're so crazy. It's just, at this point, just comments about him whenever people post about him. Yes, we're going to see comments. People are going to say comments about him. And that's really the discourse you're going to get. Okay, at the end of the day, we've all had people in our lives at one point that maybe died from a car accident or got hurt real badly from a car accident. I lost an uncle from a car accident. And we're going to connect that and see a kid who does a reckless action and could have killed people. Obviously, thankfully, he didn't. And you're going to see that kind of, not much of a punishment, not much of a, charge for this. And you're going to get upset because, again, this is going to lead to other players doing something similar. We saw Jalen Carter was racing his buddy before he got drafted. We saw Jordan Addison. Now, Jordan Addison, I will give credit to. He claimed his dog was needed to go to the emergency room or something. So he was speeding because he said it because of his dog. We had Henry Ruggs, right, who went through his situation where he killed a lady and her dog while he was speeding down the road drunk. So, again, this is going to be the stigma, throughout his whole entire career, is people are going to be upset with him for this. And that's just kind of how it is. Ray Lewis killed 2 people. And guess what? There's still people to this day that will talk about how Ray Lewis killed 2 people. Big Ben was accused of the R word. There's still people till this day that will talk about Big Ben and him being a R word. It is what it is. Okay, so all these Chiefs fans getting upset by this, it makes no sense to get upset by this. Because this is not the signal that's going to change anything. This is just going to continue going over and over and over again. And you see this comment right here from a Bills fan. He said, "We are really proud of him that he survived fleeing the scene of a potential tragic and fatal vehicle accident." And yeah, a lot of people feel that way when they see Rashee Rice. They see someone who's reckless, someone who did something very disgusting and not being punished for what he did. And again, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Now, again, like I said, my opinion on all this, I believe he should be kicked out of the NFL. That was my opinion. But outside of that, I do understand the legal system is the legal system, and the NFL, served his suspension, right? He served his suspension. The legal system went through the process, and because of that, whatever, right? He's still playing football. That's my personal opinion. He should be kicked out, but if he's not, okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to throw up a hoopla about this and go crazy about this because, that's just how the system works, and the system goes through the system. But, again, this just, I don't know. This is, I always see this, and I'm like, bro, he's going to get hate no matter what. It is what it is. You have freaking Chiefs players walk around with number 4 in their jersey that says, "Free Rashee Rice. Free number 4. What do you expect? Clearly they don't think that he did anything wrong. And what he did was disgusting. I don't know. Anyway, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.